Psychologists believe that fewer people are scared of horror films these days because we see so many negative images around us every day. Turn on the news and there's a report about someone being murdered or a war with thousands of casualties. It's called the Hypodermic Syringe theory. The theory that we become so exposed to violence and fear that we actually become immune to it. Well, let's test this theory real quick. I'm going to be telling you a series of short stories and creepypastas. And don't think about it. Just sit down, listen, and when the video ends, quickly tell me how you feel. Let's get started. I was heading to the bathroom on the second floor of my aunt's house when I saw my cousin April on the stairs. April was 4 and very animated. She was busy making funny faces while sitting on the stairs. I asked her what she was doing. She said, "I'm copying the lady with the braid." I looked around. There was no one else but us. I asked, "Where's the lady, April?" She pointed to a beam running parallel to the stairwell. I asked April, "What is the lady doing?" She said, "Making funny faces." I smiled and started walking up the stairs again when April said something that stopped me in my tracks. "Her braids is around her neck." I turned back and asked April to repeat herself. April pointed. "The lady is hanging by her braid." "She's making funny faces." Then April started making a face which I then realized was someone gasping for air. My boyfriend said, "I never understood the saying, 'the one who got away.'" Trapped in the basement with the remains of his previous girlfriends, I realized what he meant. When you said that fears can be evolutionary, it made me think. Have you heard of the uncanny valley? It's when something, like a doll, looks almost human, but there's just something slightly off. For some reason, things that are almost human-like a doll or a lifelike robot are creepy and disturbing to almost all humans. Why is that? Well, too many people share this fear for it to be something from their past. So then it must be evolutionary. Perhaps your caveman ancestors were sitting around the fire one night. Then, one of them noticed that the caveman across from him seemed off. The smile was a bit too wide. He had just a few too many teeth. His skin was just a bit too tight. Perhaps the caveman would notice that it was so incredibly quiet. He could not even hear the fire crackling or the birds chirping. And then he would notice that the thing that was almost human was looking straight at him, grinning a too wide smile. Or perhaps there is another reason that us humans have a fear of the uncanny valley. Who knows? Have you ever gotten a glimpse of something out of the corner of your eye? A simple movement caught in your peripheral vision? Most will simply dismiss this as a shadow brought out by a flickering candle, or perhaps a pet jumping down from a piece of furniture. 99 out of 100 times these people are right. But then, there's that one elusive sight. It can easily be explained by the above conditions, but something feels wrong about it. A chill down your spine, a slight pain in your side. Maybe even a complete blanking of your mind, only to recede moments later. Should any of these symptoms be felt, there may be cause for worry. Our peripheral vision is designed to catch motion, even in the dark. This was used to defend against predators in our early days. And as with many aspects of our human nature, it has remained, but weakened. This view out of the corner of our eye still alerts us to danger, and although predators have dropped on the list of dangers we may face today, they still exist. Should you ever fear that queer chill in your back, try not to focus on that shadow you saw in the corner of your eye. It might be better not to see. Did you hear the story about the imp who follows people? You can't run from him. He's slow, but he never stops. You can't hide from him. He's already found your hiding places. You can't fight him. He won't come out until he's ready. He goes unnoticed until the last minute. Then you see him. That's the advantage of being so small. He can fit into places most people wouldn't think to look. Sometimes he dresses like a child so people won't notice him. This one time, a mother was walking in a crowd with her son, and the imp took his place. She was so busy with her cell phone she didn't even notice she was holding a different little hand. She was still texting when they got in the car and locked the doors. She never made it home. She should have put her cell phone away. She should have been more aware of her son. See? A short story doesn't have to take up much of your time to be good. Like this new one that's going around. Do you know it? It's about a very bad thing that happens to someone who isn't paying attention. Not to spoil the ending, but it's a bloody good one.